Welcome everybody to Red's Ramblings. I have today with me Justin, the host of and creator, I guess you can say as well, a
Yeah.
random, not so random conversations podcast. Probably one of the when I started podcasting, one of the first guys I got cool with, I would say. And when I started this whole talking to people around the world, I reached out to you first, but you were kind of unsure about everything. Understandably so, you know. But thankfully, we got something going on because you're from Barbados. As anyone's seeing his shirt straight out of Barbados over there. You know, got to represent, understand. Got even the little trident I see up there. Um,
Correct.
so tell everyone a little bit about yourself. Again, you got your own podcast too.
Okay. So as y'all guys know, my name is Justin Jones, and I have my podcast, Random Not So Random Conversations. I started the podcast sometime in April. I think that's what it was. Yeah, man. And it was just about, basically trying to have conversations much like this one and some others, either with you, the listeners, someone here, like on a distance call like this, what we're doing right now, or having some people in and just having a discussion. And it's not actually video, so this is actually a first for me. All my podcast stuff is usually just strictly audio. And I'm from Barbados, like, that's what it's all about. And we just about enjoying it and exposing the culture and hopefully providing some light entertainment for you guys today.
Yeah, I was looking at some stuff while we was getting ready for this,
Yeah,
and I got a few what I find interesting things pulled up about Barbados because obviously it's an island down the Caribbean, so a huge tourist attraction with a whole bunch of beaches, resorts, and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want to much go into that because that's the typical touristy stuff, right? You can just Google that stuff pretty easily. But one thing I found that I basically stopped in researching, and I just happened to Google one thing on YouTube, and there's another guy. I'm assuming he's from Barbados. He's got a YouTube channel, um, and his was like, I guess, like, hey, if you're coming here, these are stuff to look out for. You know, do's and don'ts of the culture of the island and all that. And one of the things he said, and I'm just gonna say the name because I'm gonna assume you're gonna know it, and I need you to explain it.
okay.
Ninja Man.
Ninja Man.
Ninja Man.
All right, so how can I put this for you? Ninja Man is basically like, okay, you know how you have your, I don't know is the right term. I don't want to speak out the term incorrectly and say this, but like, you know how people call some people overseas bums, like people that live on the
Yes.
street, homeless guys, vagrants, that sort of stuff. So Ninja Man is like our, how to put it, national icon of a bum, in a
Yes.
sense. You know what I mean? He's that kind of guy. And he's very theatric in everything that he does, he's usually right there in town, around like the Treasury Building and stuff like that. You can find him almost pretty much anywhere in town, but Treasury Building side and other areas around there, you would definitely see him. And he does some like crazy, crazy, crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
He's a character. Like you always see him on like some of our social media feeds and stuff. You will see him like dressed up in so you're gonna see him dressed up in some things, man. Like one day
Yeah.
Ninja Man is gonna be like he's on Call of Duty. He has like a little gun pointing,
Yeah.
wearing a bikini, and another time he's gonna be sitting on a lounge chair in front of the same Treasury Building, and he's gonna be like, "This is my palace," and also our madness, man. He's a character, he's a real
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. That's what the guy mentioned. He said, get to know our national icons. And he said, you're going to assume that a national icon of ours is going to be Rihanna because she's known worldwide from Barbados. And he
Yeah.
was like, no, we don't care about Rihanna. We're not a national icon. We're talking about Ninja Man, the local Jedi.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, like I said, he does some weird stuff. This man would be he'd be in town and he'd probably beat off like the boardwalk. Like when I say beat off, I mean like he would run, jump, and hit off in that water for like nothing,
yeah,
or he would for change, or he would just be telling you some strange stuff on the sidewalk. I mean, he's a character. Like I said, he's a character.
yes. Yeah, for sure. Another one that the guy mentioned of a national icon is, oh, what was it? He has that restaurant like Chefette or something.
Oh, yeah, you mean
Yeah,
my guy, Haluk, man. Yeah,
Halut. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah. Well, he's not my guy, but you know, he is what you would call it, king of fast food around here. Yeah,
Yes.
you could definitely call him the fast food king around here, man. Because like, okay, you got Shafet, and then like everyone else comes after that. No, like just now he launched like what? I can't remember how much cars he's just launched. He launched like 20 cars. So this is the first time ever he's doing delivery. Like all these years he's been here, he's been operating and stuff like that. Never done delivery or anything like that yet.
Mm,
KFC, everyone else hopped in on the delivery game, and my guy just came this year because of COVID and everything. And
yeah.
he was like, you know what? People asking for it, everything's switching up, things gotta change. And boom, he dropped like 20 cars or some ish like that. And it's like everybody's freaking out. Everybody's like, oh my God. Like
Yeah.
Halu just did like the impossible, and he like Halu with Shafet is like basically what like Steve Jobs is to like Apple. I mean, it might
Yeah.
sound weird that I say that,
Yeah.
but I mean like it's like he's not doing anything that no one else can do. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like, you know, there are other phones, there are other companies and stuff that do all these other little crazy things already, but every time Halut drops something different, every time Halut drops something different, people just not different, like just something new,
yeah.
people freak out. Like I have a problem with that. I usually say like, okay, check it. There's KFC,
Yep.
which is everyone knows KFC, and then there's like Halu. KFC will give you all of these combos. Like at Christmas time, they're like 6 combos or 8 combos, 12 combos, right? Shafat will come and drop like 2 combos that they drop throughout the year. Change the color of the box, change the color of the cup, that's our stuff. And people freak out. People like, oh my gosh, Shafat is like, it's the same thing with Apple. Apple doesn't drop anything
Yeah.
miraculously new, but people just freak
Yes.
right out when they drop a new product. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So definitely, I would say like Shafat is one of the items on the map that you really gotta check out if you come to Barbados. I mean, there's nothing else like Shafat here, to be honest. I mean, there's nothing else like Shafat out there, to be
Yeah.
honest. So if you come here, you get like a Shafat roadie, you get like a Chico pack, you get like one of those burger packs, you get like a pizza.
Mm,
Um, you know, you got a lot of things, wing dings, and tenders
yeah.
and stuff. That people go crazy for like wing dings. Wing dings is just regular wings in a box. That the guy
Yeah.
just does it, however he does it, and people freak right out for this stuff, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. So I mean, there's nothing new that he's doing per se, but he's
Yeah.
really doing it well. He's perfected it in that regard. So I mean, yeah, I definitely say he's up there on the map for things to look out for here in Barbados, man.
Yeah. That's a very interesting comparison right there. Steve Jobs and Halut for a restaurant guy. But then when you said it when you explain it the way you said it, because I understand that completely. I'm an Android user. I don't really care for Apple products per se,
Yep.
because yeah, anytime they drop something, it's like, oh my God, yeah, Apple's got this and that, and we're like, yeah, we had that like years ago.
Like two
Now you
years
just
ago.
adopted it yourself. Whoop de doo. That I like that. That's a very unique comparison for sure.
Yeah, man.
um, Another things I looked at that I already mentioned about, which I want to tie into when you're old, or second to last episode, I want to say what are you afraid of? Is y'all have a large assortment of birds down there, and Justin over here does not like birds.
Oh, not even in the least, man. Not even in the least. Like
Are they like flying all over the place? Because I think it said like you have 270 plus different species of birds, and I'm assuming it's all tropical type birds like parrots and whatever else, seagulls maybe as well.
well, you don't really got seagulls and stuff like that down here
Yeah,
pretty much. But I mean the common let's say what we're gonna get. You're gonna get the average birds that you're gonna see on a daily basis. You might see like sparrows, you might see some blackbirds, you might see some egrets, you might see some doves, pigeons, you can see some parrots at different times in the day.
yeah,
You'll probably see I can't remember what else you probably see. You probably see a good couple other set of birds, but it's not like a vast variety that you just see flying overhead or being around and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But there's like kingfisher type birds and stuff like that that you might see as well on occasion, but not necessarily often. But you're definitely gonna see those ones that I mentioned to you, like on a daily basis. Like those 5 or 6 birds, definitely on a daily basis.
Okay.
And I hate all of them. Just by the way.
Like I said, my aunt hates them too. She got attacked when she was younger, and you mentioned yours as well. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, the like for example, the sparrows, you don't really gotta worry about those too much. They
yeah,
just come, just fly. They might want to get inside your house, get something to eat or whatever, just get like crumbs and stuff like that. But you
yeah.
see like blackbirds.
Mhm.
Blackbirds are a little bit more they're equivalent to what you would say probably is like your crow or
Yeah,
whatever per se. Yeah.
yeah.
Except they're like way smaller. So it's like
Mhm.
a blackbird, a crow. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
is a vast size comparison um that's going on there. Is huge. It's a big leap in the size. So, but imagine it for me. It's like I always when I go overseas and I see a crow, I'm like, damn. If blackbirds were at home or this big, like I don't even know how I was going outside, man, because
I
that wasn't
mean,
happening.
you should say it every now and then. We had it a few months ago. You might have seen it on my Facebook. We have trees outside our window, right?
Yeah.
And there's some nests in the trees up here. And I have a reflective film on my windows to keep the
Mm.
sunlight out, right? Well, from what people told me, it was because it was like mating season for these birds out here. So the
Yeah.
birds would see their reflection in my windows from the outside and think it was like a rival male, apparently. And it would just attack, like run straight into my window. So it's like I had horny birds trying to get into my house, and I'm taking video of it. And we've had a few birds that would come at it so hard, they would end up dying. Like they
Break
would
their necks
run
and
smack dab into the window and break their neck or whatever. But like
yeah.
I'm watching this one bird just kept poking and pecking and pecking and pecking. In my head I'm like, man, Justin would be freaking out right now seeing this
It's true.
bird trying to get
It's true.
inside at him.
It's true. I actually posted a video the other day on the podcast IG page. I don't know if you saw it, but it was actually one where a similar kind of situation where a bird. I was at work and a bird
Yeah,
just flew up and it literally just started pecking at the window the same way, and it was just pecking going up, pecking going
yeah,
up. So I don't
yep,
know if it's a similar situation where it's probably like considering that's a rival meal
yeah.
or some situation like that, but it's definitely doing the same thing where it's just pecking the window and going up all the time. And sometimes I look outside and on the ledge and I definitely see like some dead birds, and I know that they probably flew into the window all the same and just broke the neck. And that was it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I looked into, if we're going on with continuing on with animals or local animals, is there's a well, it describes it as like a monkey problem.
Mhm.
Um, but y'all have green monkeys over there, and like we know monkeys are they're a mischievous creature, obviously, but apparently I'm assuming it's more for tourists and whatnot to like not probably feed them or get too close to them because they'll snatch your stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, they definitely
Yeah,
take your stuff, man. You don't want a monkey to get hold of anything that you hold dear at all. Up to the other day, I came home and I parked the car, and right parked the car is there's an open lot kind of area, and right behind it there are these trees and bush and stuff. So I got out the car and I heard a noise and I was like, "What's going on here?" And I looked back and I saw like a little troop of monkeys just come out of the bush. And my neighbor, as I top of the gap, she has like some like fruit trees.
yeah,
So the monkeys went and she has like what a pawpaw tree or something like that. And the monkeys went there and literally picked one. Like one just went like ahead like a little scout, went, picked it and bit it, and then everybody else came and just like on this fruit. And then they just eat like half of it. They didn't even eat the whole thing. They just waste stuff. They just come eat half of it or
yeah.
whatever, and then they just like leave it, throw it away, and went back into the bush. And when I saw her the next day, she told me that yeah, that's been happening. Like they come and sometimes just bite it, to see if it right, to see if it's
Yeah.
good, whatever. And then they just go ahead, or sometimes they pull the stuff out the ground and stuff. I actually had a mirror in my yard once because we were throwing it out, and a monkey was out there like fighting with itself in the mirror, and just took a rock and dropped it right on it, and
Really?
it
Yeah.
broke up and it ran off. Man, that was it.
I
Yeah.
was looking into mongooses. Y'all have a fair amount of mongoose because apparently back in the day the island had a decent amount of snakes. So
Yeah.
they imported mongoose because if you know mongoose, they'll fight a snake and kill a snake no problem. So y'all have a fair amount of mongoose, and I for one, I love mongooses. Those things are cool
Uh,
as hell.
yeah, to be honest, I really don't see them as much
Really?
now. You don't really see them as much now. I mean, I figure that is probably because they don't have much of, I guess you could say, natural predators or whatever here.
Yeah.
On top of that, too, there's not much. I don't want to say there's not much for them to feed on
Mm.
because I don't know, because I don't know is the population, no, but I'm assuming it's pretty low because once before I used to see like a lot of them, and now I see them like very seldom. It's like they usually run across the road and get hit by a car, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's usually when I see them. Or
Yeah.
if you close to like a campground or something like that, then definitely you might see one run out, do
Mm.
something, then run back in the campground and stuff. But for sure, I would say that it was a real thing before, like seeing them on a frequent basis. But no, you definitely don't see them. You definitely don't see them as much, man. And they're
Yeah.
cool. They're cool to see and stuff. But I mean, I don't go and mess with them or anything because I've seen those things in action.
Yeah.
But they're cool to look at. They're definitely
Yeah.
cool to look at.
Yeah. Like big old snake fighting ferrets, basically. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you see them videos of one of them fighting a king cobra, and you're like, that thing about to
That's
die.
cool.
We'll just take it down and murder the damn thing. Like, oh shit, stay away from me now. But
Yeah,
yeah, they're cool looking animals.
yeah. Like I mean, one time I saw one. And every time you see it, it doesn't come and stay for long. It'll probably come,
Yeah.
move quickly, and be on its way. But one time, one came in my yard, and it was just roaming around, nice and slow, and doing what it do. And like I was like, wow, that's cool. Like, I actually got to see it pretty up close, and it
Mm.
didn't run, it didn't freak out or anything. That was a good size, and
Yeah.
then it just went back in the bush, and that was it. But it's a fairly cool, like I said, it's a fairly cool looking animal, man. They're fast and they're
Yeah.
ferocious, and
Oh
they
yeah.
don't bite nothing.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to be fast if you're gonna fight snakes.
Yeah.
Ain't no way around that. Um, me and you were talking. I don't know how long ago it was at this point,
Mhm.
and you mentioned calypso music. That one day I was at work, I remember, and I was looking at some music or listening to some music, and
Yeah.
it's got all the steel drums and everything. And I was looking at some other stuff. So I don't know how to pronounce it if I'm saying it wrong, but there's Tukban.
Oh, you're talking about the top man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Explain that a little bit because I was looking into it and I watched a few videos and one of them had like the entertainers on stilts, right, on a stage and the drum line essentially behind
Yeah.
them playing some music and all that. And one of it mentioned about how it was partially with the stages are like movable.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Explain that a little bit more.
Okay, so like, okay, you got the top band, you got different elements of like what's going on in that whole display, I guess you could say. The top
Yeah.
band is usually like the guys with the little drums, little flute, the little instruments and stuff like that they could just go and they just beat away. And it's a good vibe, it's good music. You got that
Yeah.
calypso music for the vibe, and it's like a little partyish kind of thing that they have going on. And that's to kind of incite you to feel a rhythm, feel a beat, like get you
Yeah.
going and stuff. And it's usually part of like I guess there's it, when you say tuck band, there's also like the lion ship. There's also like the green monkey guy in the
Mhm.
suit flipping around. And
Yeah.
it's usually for tourists and festivals and stuff like that. You're definitely gonna get those things there. So
Mm.
like the lion ship again, people dressed up in like the sailor suit things and stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll be dancing and they'll be doing their thing. And it's all just a display, a presentation. for the culture. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the music they're playing, the beat that they're doing, it's all just about the display for culture. I don't want to say too much in it. Next thing you know, I'm wrong. So I'm just gonna leave it there at that. But I'm definitely sure. I'm definitely know that that's was about. The
Yeah.
tuck band is all about beats, man. Like you could have had the tuck band at any like little festival or whatever, and that would be like a thing to behold because you really want to see it, you really want to listen to it, you really feel the music, you really feel the vibe. They really
Mhm.
put on a good show, and they give the musical element for everything that's going on around them while they're performing.
Yeah, like, and you mentioned about the costumes and whatnot. 'Cause one of them, it was something and the bear or the bear something. I don't remember.
Shaggy Bear,
Shaggy
man.
Bear,
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah. Is there
yeah.
like some? Do you know where that comes from, Shaggy Bear? Is there some meaning behind it?
I can definitively say that. Like to be honest, right now. If I had asked the question before this, before we started this, I
Yeah.
probably would be able to tell you, but I can't remember it right now to be honest. But I know like the whole it's just things that are obviously local and identifiable to us.
Yeah.
So that is just one of the costumes that the performers will usually have on, along with the Green Monkey. So the Shaggy Bear is just like he'll be doing stuff like the Green Monkey. He'll be doing like flips and tricks and rolls and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And the Green Monkey pretty much the same thing. Basically a guy in a Green Monkey suit,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be very agile, very acrobatic and stuff. You know.
But
He'll
so
also have sorry, he'll also have the actions of like the Green Monkey, kind of pretending to be a mischievous
yeah.
person and stuff like that is what's going on. Yeah.
So green monkeys, the green monkey guy, you actually have legitimate green monkeys, the animal. Do y'all have bears? I don't remember seeing like a yeah.
No, 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 about beers, man. If we had
Yeah,
beers,
I,
it'd be a
I
different.
felt tropical bears. I've never really heard of a tropical bear besides maybe koala, I would assume, but obviously that's over
Yeah,
there in Australia.
yeah.
Um, but in mentioning of the festivals, me and you spoke of the crop up festival. Um,
Crop over festival, yeah, man.
yeah, and I was looking into that's essentially y'all, from what I read, so I could be wrong too, is
Mhm.
essentially y'all's version of Thanksgiving, right?
What I say is in the element of
Uh,
in the element of things, I don't know. I don't really know too much on the depth of Thanksgiving for y'all guys,
uh,
but crop over is basically just like as it just basically says the end of the crop season and stuff. That's when
okay.
like the last cans have come in, and like all that stuff has been reaped, and what's not going on. But essentially that's not what we think about first and foremost. Generally, when we think about crop over, we just literally think about the festival and the vibe
Yeah.
that crop over is. Like, if you come to Barbados, that is probably one of the main reasons you'll come here. You come here for sun, sand, beach, and crop over, like rum as
Yes,
well.
we were
For,
gonna get there. We were gonna
for
get
sure. I
there.
mean, all of those things you could pretty much get right in the crop over season going on. Like, you definitely can get all the music, you definitely can get all the food, you'll definitely get all the different parties and the different social interactions and stuff. It's usually, well, because it's not happening right now. And actually actually today is actually Kaduma Day. Yeah, first
Say
Monday
what?
before today is actually Kaduma Day. Kadooman is the actual like jump, is actual, like, how Rio has their carnival, and
Yes.
like maybe if you know Trinidad has their carnival, and that's like the day, that's like the jump up day and stuff like that. So basically today would be that day that we would have had all that stuff going on, man.
All
But
right.
because it's like the first Monday in August.
Yeah. And you can't because of everything and whatnot.
Yeah, that's how it is. So
Yeah.
can't do anything, man. It sucks. This whole
Oh
weekend would
yeah,
have
for
been
sure.
packed with this whole weekend would have been packed with a lot of events and activities. You would have had Juve jumps all during the weekend leading up to here. Probably some probably would have been on Friday, some definitely would have been on Saturday night. And
Yeah.
then you definitely would have had Kadooment Day and stuff like that going on. You would have had different events and parties and things so happening all throughout the weekend. It was just been a really tight weekend
Yeah.
for activities, but man, we got screwed on this one this time. But
Yeah.
hopefully there's a next year
Yeah.
happening. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. This whole year, or yeah, this whole year for everybody worldwide, been it's been one for the history books. That's for damn sure.
It sucks, but it is what it is.
Exactly. Um, I was looking into because I mentioned. Were you able to find anything about the steel donkey or Heartman?
All right. So the I wasn't able to find anything, but I just tried to remember basically what I was told when I was growing up, because obviously those are stories that you're told as a
Yeah.
kid growing up. So when I was a kid growing up, I found out that the Heartman whole situation was usually told towards people and children and stuff like that in like the north, mostly north of the island. So usually parishes in the north and stuff like that, and that's where like the other side of my family and stuff like that is from. So when I go out there and spend time with them, they will turn around and tell me stuff about the Heart Man and stuff. Not necessarily Steel Donkey, but definitely Heart Man. They even said that the Heart Man was a guy that lived up the road, and and he had a car park outside his house. So basically, the Heart Man is a guy pretty much
Yeah.
that dresses up in like all black and stuff like that, and he comes out at night, and he's usually like a menacing looking figure. So I guess he'd probably be a big fella or something like that. And he
Yeah.
comes, he takes out the hearts of people's, specifically like those who are kind of like, I guess you could say naughty, like naughty children, hardish children, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And he come take your heart, feed it to the devil or something like that, so to say. So usually as little kids, we usually are told be careful, you know what I mean, or behave yourself before your heart might come and get you. And I mean, as a kid growing up, you can imagine that's kind of scary, you know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
gun
Yeah.
on and steals your heart. Like I don't want
Exactly.
to give my heart to somebody, so
Oh yeah.
it's kind of freaky that way. But the steel donkey, I think that's just like how you say it, actual donkey.
Yeah.
That's just wrapped in chains and stuff like that,
Mhm.
red eyes, that sort of thing. And it's usually see it at night. You hear it coming down the street or something. They're just clanking
Yeah.
a chains. It's entirely wrapped in chains and stuff. And you hear it clanking coming down the street, and you look for it. You might see it, you might not see it.
Yeah.
It's that kind of effect that they're trying to go for. So that's basically what I remember from the Steel Donkey and the Heartman. But the Heartman story definitely got me going at night. Because my granddad told me that story. Me and my brother that story at night, and then he left home, and he left us home. I think we were by ourselves, and then we heard some noises and stuff outside, and we were concerned. I won't say that
Yeah.
we were
Yeah. Yeah.
scared, but we were concerned. And yeah, and it was kind of scary ish. Afterwards, looking back at it, you laughed at it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my grandfather, he was like, he had to apologize with that, because that kind of just messed us up for a good week or so, man.
Oh yeah. I think that's probably just anything like we have up here. The typical boogeyman or something like that.
Yeah,
It bounces
yeah,
on your bed. So yeah, stuff you tell the kids to try and calm them down, and you better act right, or the heart man, the boogeyman gonna get you, something like that for
correct,
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
correct. It's basically along the same lines, I guess, as definitely your boogeyman.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking into also, you know, being down in the Caribbean, there's a lot of pirate culture and history from way back in the day. And there's apparently a resident, if is it pronounced Barbadian? That's a word I came across a lot as well. Barbadian, all right. A Barbadian pirate from back in like the 1600s, I want to say, considered he was the gentleman pirate. Um, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it was like Stead Bonnet. He was apparently the gentleman pirate back during the Blackbeard times. He was from Barbados, and that was apparently the only one that he was born in Bridgetown, Barbados in
Mm-hmm.
1688. But they hung him at some point. But apparently he was from like a well-to-do, um, wealthy family that lived in Barbados during those times, and decided, hey, I'm gonna go do some piratey stuff and decided to go off and do some pirate stuff. I think it said he joined Blackbeard's crew for a time, and that was the only one because I figured there would be a more obviously in the Caribbean as a whole. There's a rich pirate culture, but in Barbados, it didn't seem like there was a lot.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say there is, and then I don't want to say that there. I don't want to say that there is, and then I don't want to say that there isn't, because again, that's not something that we really focus too heavily on.
Yeah.
Here and stuff like that. I mean, some people probably know more about it than others, but that's not something that's usually passed on heavily with the information coming down the line to your kids
Yeah.
or to people in general and stuff. More in-depth research will probably show that there are or have been links to the pirates and stuff like that in the Caribbean and stuff, but definitely not as strong as some of the other Caribbean countries.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. One of the things that I was looking into about this guy was I don't know if you played video games, but the Assassin's Creed series of video games, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so they have the Black Flag, which was like the pirate game, the pirate version of the game. Apparently, this guy is a character though from the Black Flag series or Black Flag portion of the game.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, you got some national Barbadian in a video game, out there. Another one I want to ask you about. So Barbadian is how you pronounce that.
Correct.
The other word I came across that I guess it said how the locals describe themselves. Is it pronounced Bajan? Bajan,
Well,
okay. That's what I figured it was because I know up here, like down in Louisiana, you have the Cajuns, which I figured it was just Cajun with a B, which would be Bajan, right?
Correct.
Okay. And came across that Barbados used to be called Los Barbados, which means the bearded one. So I would assume if they drop the Los, which is a D, then Barbados is bearded, which, I mean, that's just cool shit to me. I don't know. One of the things I was also into that I looked at, I like to see if like any country or whatever has obviously famous people, which again, most people know of Rihanna. She's from Barbados. There was another guy that you guys have, probably not as known because I didn't know about him. You might not know about him, but he's a man from Barbados. He was born in Barbados Island. His name is Alan Imtage or Imtage. I'm probably Imtage. So do you know him? Do you know about him?
I can't say that I know Imtage, of him personally.
Well, apparently he is credited for inventing the world's first internet search engine.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, back in it doesn't say right now. I don't have that one pulled up. Oh no, excuse me. In 1989, he's in the Internet Hall of Fame. He's still around. Says in 1989, Alan Imtage conceived of and implemented Archie, the world's first internet search engine. In doing so, he pioneered many of the techniques used by public search engines today. So that's pretty damn cool.
Indeed.
You got, because obviously the way the world's going today, internet and technology is definitely the way forward.
Exactly. So I mean, to be a big part of that is kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely pretty damn cool. One of the things I looked into that apparently is illegal in Barbados is for anybody other than the defense force to wear camouflage.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You can't wear camouflage and stuff like that down here, just like that. I mean, it's cool overseas, we could do that stuff, and it's easy, it's breezy. People love it. People love to go from here because they like to travel to the US and be able to wear their camouflage of all colors and assortments and stuff like that. But then when you come back to Barbados, no, you gotta leave all that stuff at whoever you're at or whatever and just get rid of it because you can't bring it back. Even if you get it here,
Mhm.
and I'm not saying that you should bring it here, but even if you do get it here, it can be confiscated. It
Yeah,
can run you a fine and all sorts of different types of stuff, man. So just rather like not put yourself through that hassle.
yeah,
I'm still not 100% sure why that hasn't changed as yet and stuff. I mean, I don't think is a big deal.
yeah,
Personally, me, I don't think it's a big deal, but it is what it is. So maintain the law and like
yeah.
don't do it.
I'm glad I looked it up because if I ever come to like I have camouflage shorts, camouflage, items of clothing, and more than likely I probably would have brought them there, and they're like, "Oh shit, what? I didn't know,
Yeah.
man. Sorry." you
I mean,
know?
you probably would have gone away with it a little bit. Like they probably would have told you about it, and you had to go and change or whatever and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Here, as a local person and all that sort of thing, to be honest, I've known of situations where people had to go home without pants, or had to go home without shirts,
yeah,
or they got their scarf taken, they got their hat taken, they got their
yeah,
bag taken. You know, it's like whatever it was that you had, depending on if the right authorities see you, then
yeah.
they're gonna take it from you, and you
That was
go home half naked.
one of the other things I looked at, and it's more of an old tradition, but the Wari game, or my wife calls it Makala game.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
know what you mean.
remember. Is it? Do you know how to play that?
I kid you not. I do not. When I was growing up, I used to sit down and watch people play and stuff, and I
Yeah,
was like, "What are y'all doing?" I played it a couple times. I played it a couple times, and I just never
yeah,
really had a big interest in it. So I think
yeah,
that's really it for me. Like I know it. I've played it. I can't remember how to play it because it was like eons ago,
yeah,
and it's usually it just never really took to me. Like how other board games and things would attract you. But in other local games and stuff like you would sit down and play, like other kid games you play as a kid, you probably play like marbles, like pitching marbles and stuff like that. That
okay,
was
yeah,
actually more fun than playing Warrior and stuff like that. You sit down and play drafts, which is basically like checkers.
okay,
Yeah, so you just sit down and play. You play those instead. You play other little games and stuff. You play cards. You play what's not. But like playing Warrior was just not my thing at all. I was just like, this game just seems too tedious.
yeah. I pulled it up. I was looking at it, and I pulled it up, and my wife was coming upstairs like, "Hey, babe, look at this. This is a game, a local game that they have called Wari." And she's like, "Oh, no, that's Makalo." And I'm like, "Whoa, how do you know that?" "Oh, me and Jessica used to play it growing up." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
So she apparently knows how to play it. I've never seen it before, you know. So that was a pretty interesting thing. So down there, because you've traveled to the states. I think maybe you talked about like you've been to Disney, which I'm assuming was the Florida one, right?
Yeah.
What are some things down there that you like, love about Barbados, that you like hope everyone knows about? Something that's maybe not so well known. You know what I'm saying? That you wish other people would know, like, hey, we got this. It's not just only sands and beaches and beautiful scenery, which obviously is a great thing to have for sure. But some other local things that you wish people would know about.
Okay, so let me see. Places of interest, I guess you could probably say.
Yeah.
Um, I would definitely say there's like St. Nicholas Abbey,
Okay.
and yeah, so I mean, there's St. Nicholas Abbey down there. I think they do like rum and stuff like that down there as well. There's like a farm and stuff like that out that side. That's the one like the last windmills that pretty much should still be working and stuff like that right now.
Yeah.
And it's an abbey. You could go there, walk through, see what's going on with your tour and stuff like that. I think they also have like a train ride out there now and stuff.
Okay.
They actually built like a little train and stuff, and it does like small little rides for kids and adults or whatever. It's not just for kids.
Mhm.
And there's also what else is there? There's also the Animal Flower Cave. That's at St. Lucie side.
Yes.
You go there, you see like the You see the cave, you see the views, you see everything that's happening up there. And speaking of caves, I can't speak of animal floor cave, well, actually speaking about the actual cave, which is Harrison's Cave. And ironically, I actually do, well, is ironic because I actually do have a Harrison's Cave
Okay.
in there. Yeah. So if you come to Barbados, you might just want to check out like the cave. The cave is like the action in terms of like a natural wonder to be kind of
Yeah.
behold. You know, you go down there. There's different types of rides that you could do down there, and there's the there's the walk-in tour. There's
Mhm.
the tram tour.
Yeah.
Tram, not pram, tram tour. You go in on the tram, and they take you all through the cave and stuff like that. I've been in there like a million times. My aunt works there, so it's pretty cool. They actually have no like an equal tour, which is a foot tour kind of adventure thing. So you like wear a helmet, wear knee guards, elbow pads, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And there are points in time that you actually have to go through water, and you
Yeah.
have to like crawl and get through small spaces and all sort of stuff in the cave, man. And outside of the cave, there's actually like Jack in the Box Gully. So there are, yeah, there's like a gully kind of trail kind of thing that you could go on.
Yeah.
There are other areas that you could go on, like take hikes and stuff like that. But you know that you probably just need to sign up for one of those or something. Or if anybody knows the actual area and stuff, you know, they could just take you on it and different types of stuff like that. Other stuff that we have here that's not really mentioned too much around there. I actually went on a bike tour thing yesterday. That
Yeah.
was actually, I don't want to say it's new, but that was new to me. That was
Yeah.
an e-bike tour, and that was pretty interesting. There's and that's pedal assisted bikes, and you go and take a tour. On that, you go on a course and stuff. You just ride around. You know,
Yeah.
it's riding a bicycle, but with like a little assistance.
Yeah.
There's also Off Road Fury, which is off road go karting, kind of like not karting, but I would definitely say yeah, it was like a little buggy kind of cart kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just go and sign up for that and do it. There's also actual go karting up at the
Okay. Yeah.
this way. Yeah, there's go karting up there. Um, what else we have going on? You know, there are other little things that probably slipping me right now. Can't remember all of
Yeah.
them. There's Folkestone, the Marine Park. You go down there, you enjoy yourself. Yeah, but that's part of sand, fun, beaches, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I won't really like say that too much. But there are a good couple of things that you could do on the island now. Um, to be honest, they're not as many as I probably would like. You know,
Okay.
there's like archery. You could come and do archery. There's like the
That's
gun
cool.
range.
Yeah.
There's a
Mhm.
gun range and stuff. There's what else is there? There are other places around, but I can't remember all of them right now off the top of my head, just on the spot like that. But there are definitely like a good few places that you could go and check out for sure. There's a wildlife reserve. You could
Mhm.
go and picnic up Farley Hill. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much what I could remember off the top of my head, just spitting out there.
Yeah. Um, you mentioned about the caves, and I looked into the caves as well. So I got to bring up then, because another animal that's local to the island are bats. Now, bats
Yeah,
fly, they're basically flying rodents. Are you as
yep.
afraid of those as you are birds?
Um, I would probably say not equally afraid, but I
Yeah.
definitely am afraid of them. Yeah. Like I got hit by one of those things already, man. Those things hit you pretty hard. Like
Yes.
you would think that they're not going to hit you because they should be able to maneuver around you and stuff.
Yeah.
No, sometimes those things can hit you flat in your back or something like that, just and freak you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially
We
like the
got.
bigger ones, because it's like smaller ones, and then you got like some huge ones that just
Mhm.
you don't really see those too often, but you definitely gonna see like those bigger fruit bats from time to time that are gonna come and like definitely be a little bit concerning for some people if they saw the size of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because especially how they come out at night, so you don't even know.
Yeah,
You just, yeah. Because we have some here every now and then, and at my old house we had an outdoor pool and it had a light, right? And if we would be out in the pool at night, we'd have the light on, and you could just see it dip right in front of the light. And like if you didn't know what it was, you're like, "Whoa, what the hell was
yep.
that?" And then like just pay attention. You can just tell it's just a bat just swooping down and going back out.
Just trying to get the moths or flies or whatever that
Yeah.
still at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Um,
I've seen them come out of the cave already, like at the same Harrison's cave and up that side, like out of the rocks on the wall and stuff. Like
yeah.
if you're ever up there at a specific, well, back then, at a specific point in time and stuff, you should just see them like just true come out like in plenty, just like
Yeah.
tons of bats, man, hundreds of bats just
Really.
come out of there. It
Yeah.
freak you out for a look, but it's still pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah. We see that, or at least me, because I've never experienced it in person when they all come out. But when you watch it like on TV or anything like that, it always looks cool because they're all like in a tight formation, all like
Yeah,
coming out at once. And especially when it comes to bats, it's usually like, some horror movie or something, and they turn on the light, they freak out, you know,
yeah,
all that kind of shit. But like you mentioned earlier, everyone knows the Caribbean is famous for the rum, and you guys have Mount Gay rum, which is
correct.
apparently one of the most popular ones down there in Barbados.
Just say the best rum. Just
It's the
call it,
best,
just call it the best one.
the
The
best
best rum.
rum. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Captain Morgan? No, no,
Nah.
no. Mount. It's got. See, I've never heard of Mount Gay until today. So I don't know if that's a big thing up here. I'm sure it's in the stores. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
big rum, so I can't say really. But up here, it's Captain Morgan. I think my wife likes the Kraken. I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. But I don't think I've ever heard of Mount Gay. But apparently, yeah, that's the best rum. I'm
So
hearing this today, folks. Best rum, Mount Gay rum. All right, all right.
I'm telling
Well, Justin, man, I appreciate you coming on. I'm glad we were finally able to do this. And again, if anybody doesn't know, Justin hosts random, not so random conversations. You got a new episode coming out you're working on?
Yep, I do. I do have another episode coming out. It should be here on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. I won't necessarily say anything on it right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting one. I got some more. Oh geez, I got some more stuff coming too. It's gonna be pretty funny. Actually, funny enough, I ordered a microphone to improve the
Okay.
stuff. But I
Yeah.
had some hiccups with that stuff. I don't know if you've ever experienced any like shipping problems getting like some stuff for the podcast
Not
or in
not
general.
so much, not so much. But I've had issues with getting like the wrong stuff. Yeah.
Okay. I currently have a little issue in my shipping and my microphone. It should be here like tomorrow. It should be here already. And if tomorrow's a bank, well, no, today's not Kadooment Day. Oh crap, guys, I'm so sorry. I said today's Kadooment Day. I'm thinking today is actually Monday. Today's Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday's Kadooment Day. I I'm tired. I'm sorry. I went biking and stuff like that yesterday.
Oh man,
Uh,
all the locals are listening in, and they're like, "What the hell is this
yeah.
guy
Oh my
talking
God.
about?"
Yeah. I messed up. I fudged up one hour. I'm sorry. Kill me. But yeah. Like I said, I'm tired, man. But
Yeah, I understand.
so it been tomorrow. Tomorrow's actually bank holiday because I don't know. We lose track of days
Yeah,
real easy because yesterday was a bank holiday. Yesterday was Emancipation Day, and today is Sunday. So I just thought like today was Monday already.
mm,
But it should be here. It should be here tomorrow. It's just I can't get it until probably Tuesday or
I
Wednesday.
mean, yep.
So we'll see how that goes, man. But it's a struggle with this shipping stuff right now. So I just want to put out there. But hopefully that'll improve definitely the quality of the podcast going forward in the next coming weeks for sure. So look out for that stuff.
Yeah, now like I'll put your links down in the description. Everybody needs to check out Justin over there at Random Not So Random Conversations. He's got one where he talks about what he's afraid of and asks people what they're afraid of. Talks about little freakouts and dominoes and whether or not men can or cannot be in the mood at certain times. Well, I think was the latest one.
Yeah, that was probably the last one I think. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
yeah, yeah. So check him out there, man. I want to again thank you for coming on. And if you got anything else you want to let everybody know, go ahead. I give you the last little bit.
All right, so I just want to check out the podcast. Hope y'all enjoy it. Give it a little listen. Like, share it with your friends. Always check out the IG page as well. The IG page is random dot not so random. And then you can also email me. It's all in the description
Yes.
in the link below that he's gonna post and stuff like that. So just check it out. Send me your thoughts, send me your ideas, send me a message if you want to do an interview like this or you just want to have a regular conversation. FYI, Red does not know this yet, but we are also going to do a conversation for the podcast. So he see that look on his face. He's like, oh, I didn't even know that. So now he knows. Now he
All
knows.
right. Hey, you know I'm down for it, man. I'm down for it.
Yeah. So we gonna have some fun. And thanks for having me. And I really hope that I was a good representation today.
Well, I
Even
think I
though
think you were good up until forgetting what day it is.
it's
You know,
true,
you
man.
kind of
Like
the locals, man. Oh,
yeah,
they're
I think
gonna get you.
I told
They're
you
gonna send
yesterday
monkeys and birds. All the
that
monkeys and all the birds are coming at you, man. I can hear
yeah.
them fluttering right now.
Yeah, I mean, I probably was so tired, I just forgot what it was. That's the truth. Like yesterday, I think I told you about that, man. But yesterday was just dog tired, man. So, yeah, forgive me, guys. Forgive me. Ultimately, forgive me. Yeah, I'll do better.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, man. You take care of yourself.
All right, you too, brother, man.
All right.
All right.